Welcome to Beneath the Surface with Scott Gibson. There's a lot of excitement in the rare earth field lately. Scott Gibson sat down with an expert in the field, Mickey Fulp of the Mercenary Geologist. Enjoy.
Hi, welcome to Beneath the Surface. My name's Scott Gibson. I'm here with Mickey Fulp. He's an analyst for mining and exploration stocks with the website of mercenarygeologist.com. Mickey, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for inviting me, Scott.
Yeah. Well, Mickey, you're a known expert in the rare earth elements field, and there's been a lot of excitement and attention on those stocks over the last little while. I've owned a number of them and done well, and we've had a bit of a run, but I'd love your take on it right now and what you think is happening going forward.
Well, we had a bit of a correction right after PDAC in March, but the sector's come roaring back, and the catalyst was really Molycorp's recent acquisition of Silmet, which is really the only viable light rare earth element separation plant outside of China. So that's kind of kicked the sector off again.
It really has. And you mentioned light rare earths. There's a lot of debate, sort of the light rare earths, the heavy rare earths, and a lot of people are focusing more on the heavy rare earths because they're more valuable. What's sort of your take on that and how you look at the various different companies in that respect?
Well, I think you certainly want to be cognizant of whether the deposit is a light rare earth or a heavy rare earth, but they both are viable at this point. The heavies have gotten a lot more press because they have had originally had the greatest run up in prices, but we've seen the prices for the lights skyrocket even higher in relative percentage terms, basically because the export quotas that China put on, which really affected the heavies more.
Right. Now, some of these smaller segments of the market that aren't gold or silver or sort of the base metals, where there's another metal, have a time frame or a lifespan. Where do you think we are in the lifespan for the rare earth elements?
Well, a lot of people have speculated this was a bubble, and I wouldn't disagree, but I've said, well, I'm a baseball fan, so I use this baseball analogy all the time, and last year I thought we were at the top of the third inning. This year I'd say we're at the top of the fourth inning of a 9-inning game. So personally, I think this has a long ways to go. I think that valuations have a long ways to go in some of the, what I would call the cream of the crop in this sector.
Well, and that's where it comes down to is focus, and this is where you're really good at picking those companies that have that potential, that are at the cream of the crop. And I would agree, I think you would too, that's really what you want to be doing, especially now, is more of a stock picker and less just picking up everything.
Well, that's true. I mean, there's, at last count, there were well over 200 of these companies with exposure worldwide, and most of those were listed on the venture exchange. My cream of the crop basically includes about 5 companies. I have about 15 on my radar screen, but I'm invested, or I speculate, we should probably say, in about 5 of those companies.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, Mickey. I really appreciate your comments, and I think our audience has too. That's Scott Gibson with Mickey Fulp, Mercenary Geologist. Thanks for joining us on Beneath the Surface.
Stay tuned for part 2 with Mickey Fulp, focused on uranium. Thank you for watching.